So what the paneda wood narrowing and then around the wood narrowing ka korku ben bentwin
ôi bình địa cho ya chừng chữ ran chữ lê rồi gọi cái bên ran chữ giang chuan na liu cái từ đây nó các bạn lớn là khi nó chỉ giảm vài bên như cái nó còn liu lên cái với chả có mót với tiếc vừa coi chút vừa và theo chuan mà đủ đâu vậy chả nó mà nhát rồi qua nó mà lục nó nên thùng chia tiếng với chuan cái thực anh rằng chỉ dòng với cái cho persistent cái cho đi chào với nó chừng đủ rồi môi cha na thi vô kulimen cái năng cái gì kia đó cái gì nhỉ khối đi nghĩ loạn yếm như khối bị căng gì rồi cái giờ yêu cái tiền nguyên gia anh phiêu nguyên cara bagam có bảy trăm cái giá gì rồi như thế khối lấy cái khối lấy nó nghe cho nghĩ ủa giờ thiên nó có kiểu quỳ cái nó nghe nó ran dòng cái kiến hoàn chén bày anh em cái chẳng nghĩ cái giờ thiên cái liều cái coi gì anh ran thùng lùi rồi kì cuối tuần anh chỉ biết là bên trên nó bảo rồi kì bùi bài nó nghe từ hoàn chi do ran thầu cái chi tiệt nào nó bên của bầu điểm cổ thì anh thấy của bầu cái giờ cái chuyện gì cũng gì kì anh chỉ bên của cái nó nằm giật dài trên cái quay gồm mót của dài chụp quay nằm giật gọi will nào với nó lấy cổ giật cái dòng chứ cái chỉ bị bởi tôi có mua mà chả nó biến hoàn bé vậy nó nghĩ của cái biến trong này chả nó gì nó cái bị cái chỉ cái nó chả bị ra thì ấy thùng được cặp biệt cái khu này vậy nó làm cho nghe mà nó cứ nghe mà mình cũng cái mà đi từ khi tôi có thầu coi của thằng thầu có rong của tiêu coi thầu thế này Iran về của Iran chuột của Iran thì thằng mình cũng có thầu cái cho tổ trên phàn Iran nhiều liên tục cái khu luôn chi tiết cái đối chiến với expire nên cái khu liên nhà đi cho của lady cái yêu của quy thì này ví dụ một bí nó thì đây bí cái thì đang bí mùi thì bí nó cái chú cái nghĩ gì là kim tổ anh ấy của mình đã cái yên cái người ra tròn tổ của mình cũng cái này cái chia thiên cho mà đủ để chỉ theo mà thiên mới là đấy anh ấy ra cái đó là cái thiên nhỏ vậy luôn chắc cái phim ấy nó mới hoàn nên với nó kể lùi cái cũng không được đấy ê bác có giảm cái gì vậy bên chỉ bên để cái này như nó cũng hoàn của theo ngay luôn của bị đó tổ cái chúng ấy nó cái trả lên cái trả chim còn anh này cái gì nghe lúa mà phí được mà mà đã phí được cái chúng nó cả đều còn lúa mà nó có tổ chức của PR rồi cha rồi đi ở trên kia có của địa cho bao với chả cái lấy người coi chú người I will just say one thing that I have learned from Auntie Dabora thing. We know cancer is a very serious disease. It's a very bad sickness because it inflicts pain in you. One time I visited her before she took off to Junub or to South Sudan. And I found her, she was on the couches. I came in and I greeted her and she doesn't respond. So I went closer to her and touched her foot. But she just lifted her head and looked at me and then she stood up. She sat down and she started talking to me that this is not something that you can do anything about it. And she voiced out most of encouraging words that are very inspiring. One thing that we know, one thing that we have in common, all of us, is death. whether you are white, black, or any other color, we all know that we will die one day, one time. What we don't know is how will you die? Will you be killed by a car accident, being shot by a gun, or dying in sickness like what happened to Auntie Etienne? That's the only thing we don't know. But we all know that one day, one time, all of us will actually disappear. We will die. So that's actually the obvious truth. There's nothing we can do about it. And for someone like Dabora to speak so fluently about it before she passed, that was shocking me. And she inspired me so much that I don't even fear death. I know that I will die sometime, but I was inspired by her words to the point that I have that confidence with me. Thank you.
Thank you, Luau. So William ke we kaman ke tui ku jala pa ke anen kaman dating ke kai kata marit baca nyu ku kai ni ali ni kera na jual. So kana liam de na we ke we pa kera wala ke we tui anen kaman jeben kafara ku binyu achanien pinyalau wakin kajuja kinu pe tielwan. Pakana liam de na we to beralo wa chala pyat biak dani jam an bukai kerwa bagalim chana ko en wana walk an lim ko nya juk bo ben chorandi the ben mat kana walk one of guests of the honor today, and he's not here with us. He was came somewhere and he's finally was here now with us. So Kenya Jeep, please come up and you will call our honorable Uncle Jamnik for us.
Before I call Uncle Ajang to come here, I want to thank all the members of the Church of Mama Tiangdi. Most of you, maybe you cannot know me, but I know most of you when I used to go to visit Mama Tiangdi to Kordit Hospital. I recognize most of you there. You come to visit her. And when I used to stay with her at home, most of you come to visit her. So thank you very much for that. In life, there are two most important things in our life. And the best things which united us together, and we will not forget them, is the honesty and goodness. The honesty and goodness will not be buried with the dead people. They remain with the people who are alive to carry on for their life in future. So, Mama Tiangdi did what he was like to do in her days of life, but her honesty and goodness remain with us, for us. So let us carry it on for our coming days. Thank you very much, Father. Uncle Ajang, in Chukule, in the Arbogan, Nano, where Robert will Uncle Ajang is welcome.
I greet you all, our hosts who have accommodated our people here. We are really very grateful for that. My name is Michek Ajang Awak. I was a teacher in Kakuma, and I was the one who established Kakuma with the idea of making those young people not to be child soldiers, but to be a men. And I'm very happy you people of Australia, Canada, USA, you have made these people capable people and very strong people and people organized all over. Today, I came with sons of my brothers who invited me. I came from Southern Sudan, I toured Australia, I toured USA, and today I was touring Canada, and I'm coming from BAM, which is the top of the world. Very beautiful place. I'm grateful for that. Today we are praying for our sister. And what I want to say, we have the traditions, we the Dinka. When people are dead, and I want to have a different opinion about death. Process, when you are born, you grow up, you have family, you have children, and then you die. And our people, when somebody is dead, they really cry, not knowing that this is a process. What I'm saying today, let us have a different opinion about death. Let us take it, this is a process, and it shouldn't defeat us. When somebody is dead, let us go ahead with our normal services and give that day of the burial, because we put a lot of our resources on death. In every place where at the end enough people are celebrating, and the resources are not there. And whatever we put on prayers, long services, and the resources are not there. So I'm telling you today, let death not defeat us. Let it be taken normally. I told my family that when I die, put me in the coffin and do whatever you do. Don't stop any program going on, and give that day. And the celebration should not be done anywhere. Services should be done in the place of death, and where my wife is, and my elder son. Those are the three places. So I am going back next tomorrow to the US, and on the post I'm going to Southern Sudan. What I'm telling you, you the young men, you have succeeded, whether you came from Khartoum, you came from Egypt, you came from Ethiopia, you came from Kakuma, from Nairobi, from wherever the world, and you have arrived here. You have to appreciate and take up the education as number one thing. I do see people having a lot of different concepts about being here. And let me tell you, in the Bible, if you read Jeremiah, the Israelis who were the Jews who went to Babylon, they were told, number one, to work very hard and have gardens, to have children, build the houses, and respect the laws of the nation. Your friends in Canada here are 5. One is the police. Because why we are here, it is because we don't have law and order. And the law and order must be respected. Whatever the police say, you must agree with that. There are some of the children who go driving without licenses, without registering the car. Please make sure that tell them that the law must be respected. Why our country is in trouble is that we have no law and order. Respect the teacher in this class. There are children who go to the class with the telephones and all the rest, and when they are told, they say they are being discriminated. And that is not true. In education, there is no discrimination. It is the child who is not doing the job, who is told by the teacher to do well, and then the doctor. I know there are people with the trauma, and when they are taken to the hospital, they are saying because our language is not developed. So there is no word for the madman and the one with mental problems, with depression. They are put together and madness. They go and jump up. I have been brought to the mad people places. But it's a simple thing because you have a tension in your body. So you respect what the doctor said. There are people who throw away medicine because they think that not good and they are okay, they are not mad. But they have a depression, a mental case, a mental problem. So the other thing is your neighbor. You respect your neighbors, your landlord. So I'm not going to talk much, but I'll give you a title of a book written by my son. If you have your telephone here, Google it, The Father of the Lost Boys, and you will find out what is there. You can get the book online, The Father of the Lost Boys. And I have a copy of this document here. I will leave it to the community here, and there are links, you can get it. The Father of the Lost Boys. Google it and have a look at it. It is written by my son about my work in Southern Sudan with the Lost Boys, with all those things. The other book, which is not yet, it is being printed in Australia. That's what I was doing in 1980 until the war broke out. So those are the two books. The other book we will get it. And from here I'm leaving and I'm going to Edmonton. There will be a short celebration tomorrow, organized by some of the members of you. And I thank our guests. The occasion is a funeral, but I'm just giving you a word of advice. You take up technical education, and you teach your children in the primary. In the primary, they should have numeracy and literacy. When children go to the class and they don't know how to count, they don't identify 3, 5, this, these children cannot operate. If they are not able to know the alphabets and write properly, they will not be able to read and they will not be able to write. So please, this is the war we, the Southern Sudanese, have. You have to work on education and the discipline. This is what I came for. You have to work and join together with the schools, with the community. There are good people here who can help you. Let us solve our problem. There are a lot of problems, especially with the children now. They are taking a different line because they find life simple. So they eat and sleep without doing anything, and then they go and create problems. I'll be going back, and I will be working with the community back home. And I want you, the elders and the intellectuals among the Southern Sudanese, to look at the problem of our nation, why we are having crisis, why we are not developing, why we are not managing ourselves. So it is you, those who have come here to the diaspora, to be united and have the unity of purpose. Those simple divisions are not going to help you at all. Don't lead to your tribal groups. Have Southern Sudan as your identity and work for your unity while you are here. I know you are having a lot of these local locations, these subsections, tribal group, and they are not going to help you at all. That is not the purpose of the intellectual group. You, those who have come here, capture why did Canada develop? Why are they having law and order? Why are they progressing? You got the advantage of being here, and you make use of that thing, and thank you very much. I'll be going to Edmonton, and thank you, bye.
Thank you so much. There is few announcement. There is no space here. Please, all kids there to go down to the basement. In July 1, there is a prayers of late Danate. So belong there below the pay going into Nalawa, Sambaban, Malik, as well as a Liu Kanan with the Edita Martinayan. Ekanayan cake of Amarakani. Yeah, I think Waba Kordit and Kanizama.
Anong katin balwen ko apate Mishiak did better. Tana na chi yok telephone before 2 weeks. Kulwel Mishiak ajang alak kabuben tango kanisa iten fi Calgary. Benang katin wan ko benaton kai. But ania ben all laka mun dili kabuben. So I was hoping in the year to better attend on Sunday. When I'm going to be a Canadian, I came with you. I can really the kind of Duke Edmonton. I don't know, occasion Louis or Duke US, which you'll do by on the 1st of July. So I jumped in July. And now the same in the Canadian to the Louis there. Long and call you want to call the members of St. Luke, of St. Paul. I jump in, Mishiak. But get a go. You know, I think you live quite pink. I can't name the other, which in care of the quite one. And I can't I teach out to Australia. It's a America could be ready to end. I should get a quite good. They were there and Balom could have a piano. Or being chat and they are here. Matthew could hear your colleague, get him check the real and there. Actually, real, I can't one can actually real to get a door. Erikiano can cut him, very important. I want walk on a coin to make Martin. When I appear, I will with your children who came. It's a can't real to any jump. Ball is by 10. I can take. Could you be looking to cool? The train to cool is in me. Lazim bakoy wan ipoj baka te ku bot ko wan loiki jol ba duk panaki men chen ba la tin dana non ko jwe non ka to ko ni pa che ga muten anon ko jol ko na ga gran panaki le cha pin ne ka chu mo le chu nom le ka ba ten ga ne pa non ko jwe jwen en na ko jol la to la jaran wan en tia ke chi me ba bo le no an tie je kero to long or long to Bangalian, one Ruban, Kunawai Ruban, Kunyara, rare Kayin Chimano, I'm in the Gobdu. Etom be in a K. Martin, Pamoka Cabana. When I lock a bay with your Kaja, you may check it. I get you a bad one in a Kichaka garment. Kate, you'll take it. Pacharo Jalo and a neck and a neck, a cho tie je ke pan du tok za te no ibi la tek wa chen mani a chen ke le bo kai ma di ele bo kai ke po a ta pen ku ting en mo bi ko je pen wa to pen le wa bu de le wa mi che di ke ne che ben em yar bu tom ya lakin ka che ke luel ke ko ke to te a luel ko ka ro ko ke dia ko lom ke wel ale ke bi ke chot ko ko lakin to ke ko lekin atin ko ko achit ka ping Quran ta nom ro ra re ke ai ke mudi a ke aka kun lu ke te lakin ye ko nyu ti chirita ya ka we lo we de ra di luel ya ko ko lakin ali ko so me che di I was expecting yi bita ko lakin ane ne ke ko ne ti te ko ja ko ti o le ke cha ping me che di ka ben đã là mình đi đến cho qua bút của nhà lấy lên cái giang cái ở đây là nó bao nhiêu vậy ở đây là nó bao nhiêu vậy so then
Đông chú là đạn. Kuna diame te dietien e kaluelo bier bandu na chem e we ka chem ke bai amin ke junub diau ban jangan sura dong mo
Love him very much. And he is my niece, my in-law married from that family. Young, I went to Australia. I didn't get you. I spent 4 months.
I went back to South Sudan.
No, you were there.
In Perth.
No, I'm Adelaide. Angela, Victoria.
How would you? Why you?